What up? I don't know how well this is gonna go because there's people around and people who don't know me, and talking about human cloning in front of people you don't know usually doesn't turn out very good. Unless you're lucky and you meet somebody who has an open mind. But more times than not, it's usually the other way around. So if it's just short, you know why. But I guess I just want to touch base on cloning again to kind of regurgitate a bunch of information that everybody has already put out, but maybe when I say it, it might make a little bit more sense. And in a sense, I guess what I'm going to try to do once I continue to take in this information is to regurgitate it back out so that people like me and everyone else that follows or watches my videos will understand it a little bit better, because I am running into a lot of people who believe that when Augie or Og, whatever you want to call him, and it's Og Tellez, not Tells. I mean, it sounds cool, but I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm used to hearing Tellez. It just irritates the shit out of me. But human cloning, or what I was saying was Augie, he speaks in what I like to call a lot of big open sentences, and I mean, he does ramble on, but it's not useless ramble. He's trying to get out literally every idea, thought, situation, whatever you're feeling to come out, and that's the way it comes out. I mean, the kid's fucking hella smart, so I mean, there's no other way. I mean, you can't tell him, hey, I mean, there's been plenty of times where I've sat by Augie, and me and him have known each other since we were children. I don't really remember much of my childhood at all, bits and pieces, but when we were younger, probably like, I don't know, 13, 14, maybe a little bit younger and up, I've known him. And it hasn't always been about this human cloning shit and all the wacky, weird shit that we're all involved in. But, you know, it was normal. We would do the normal stuff like kids do, get in trouble and all that other shit. But it's besides the point. Human cloning, I'm just going to say that it's real. Yeah. I think we've all got to that point yet. I mean, now. They have figured out that by researching our body, our souls, our feelings, our brain, our electrical charge that we hold, the frequency that we hold, that they can take two of our cells, blood cells, skin cells, any cells, whatever, you know, from any part of your body. I mean, they can start with your nose, they can start with your finger, they can start with your ass, they can start with anything. They put a charge to it, which to me tells me that when our body is reproducing, that it sends an electrical charge to our brain, and it tells it to reproduce its cells. So that means that they've figured out what charge they need to put to these cells, and that charge, or wherever that charge is coming from, essentially to me sounds like it acts like a brain and says, hey, you need to reproduce. Now, every cell in our body knows every other cell, if that makes sense. I guess an easier term, look at it like the AI hive mind. Yeah, they're, I guess you want to call them physical bodies for these AIs, but they also simultaneously are going back and forth to this cloud and communicating with each other. But essentially it's the same intelligence throughout, but putting them in separate bodies makes it seem like there's two different people. Really, it's not. It's just an illusion. But look at it as like the hive mind, I guess. I guess I had lost my train of thought. But they put the charge, okay, that's what I was saying. The cells. Cells know all the rest of your cells. So when you put the charge to it, it knows that, hey, I'm at the tip of the finger. Hey, I'm at the stomach. Hey, I'm at this part. Hey, I'm at that part. So it knows that as soon as it says to reproduce or grow, it starts multiplying wherever you took that cell. And that's where the body starts going. I don't know this for a fact like I've seen it or known it. I'm just going off of the information that I've read. And then apparently it's a couple weeks or a couple months and you have a full-blown replica of yourself. Now you can either replicate it as a baby and have it grow from then on, or you could have it, or I'm sorry, well, yeah, duplicated, or I might have them backwards, whatever. But you can duplicate yourself at the same age, whatever. Same memories, same voice, same this, same that. But in altered carbon, there's this thing called a cortical stack, which to me sounds like that's the real technology, in my opinion. And they have found out how to, I guess, essentially push us to the death experience and have our soul come out of our body. And they figured out how to, I don't know, the only way I can look at it is like Ghostbusters. They suck it in and now you're trapped in a cortical steroid. A cortical stack. So from that point on, I guess you're stuck in there. So they take you, put you in another body, whether it be yours, somebody else's, female, male, alien, whatever, who knows. And they throw that bad boy in your spine, press a button apparently, and then you're boom, in another body. They also have, I can't remember what it's called, but pretty much they almost take like a piece of your soul, clone you, and then that thing walks around as you while you sit back and, I guess, collect cash. I don't know. I've heard Jennifer Lopez has over 100 clones. We all know that all your fucking celebrities are cloned. All the wealthy ones, even maybe the regular ones. Who knows? But yeah. So transfer your consciousness over, throw you into another body, and there you go. Apparently they drug you when you wake up there, so you think you're in a dream or in an astral realm or something, and you believe it. I don't know. But these people are walking around us all day. You ever walked up to somebody and try to talk to them and they're just kind of blank, you know? They just don't look like they're there. You could look into their eyes and see a soul. Sometimes you just can't. I run into these people all the time. I had this conversation for a good hour with this kid that, where I live now, he's living in the other house, but, start talking to him about reptilians, cloning, Donald Marshall, I don't know, a countless other amount of things, just like throwing shit out there because he was questioning this, questioning that, questioning this and that. And every 2 seconds I would have to like snap my fingers to get him to pay attention. It would be like he would tell me 2 seconds, and he would tell me, hey, yeah, turn this video on, one of your videos, I want to watch it. 5 seconds into it, he starts talking, and I'm like, dude, you're either going to watch this or you're not going to watch this. And he, needless to say, it was fucking pointless because he never watched maybe 30 seconds of it before his attention span decided to fucking venture off into La La Land. But I don't know, it's kind of freaky because, I mean, they literally have no attention span. They have no brain capacity to sit there and literally like taking the information that they're being presented with, and I mean, I get it, you know what I mean? Some of these people out here don't have a fucking soul, or they're just fucking robots. Well, they don't have a soul either way. But for a minute there, I thought my fucking family, not my whole family, but some of my family members were fucking cloned, and it could be true. Who the hell knows? But I don't want to say that because, you know, I'm not trying to offend my family, and I'm not necessarily talking about my immediate family either. But you just never know. You really don't. You know, especially because you don't even know if you're cloned. You really don't. You know. But either way, so these fucking soulless people walking around. You got all these fucking people just aimlessly walking, no clue what they're doing, just filling up space, filling up, eating food, you know, carving out a space at their work, which they probably never have a good job because they're essentially mentally incapacitated, retarded, whatever you want to call it, because they can't think. I mean, their attention span is 2 seconds. But yeah, okay, back to cloning. Kind of ventured off there, but hey, that's how my mind works. But yeah, so they transfer you, whatever. So I personally believe that, and I've had this feeling since I met Donald Marshall, or seen Donald Marshall, that we've all been cloned. And because think about this whole thing with, they want to kill 95% of us, all right? And that's going to be the slave race. Well, usually when they already come out with it and say, hey, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, it's usually already done. I'm sure a lot of y'all can back me up on that. So what if that's just letting us know, hey, it's already done. All of y'all are cloned, or at least 95% of y'all, the ones that can be, I guess the ones that are, I don't know, spiritually connected to some other shit, can't be touched, whatever. I'm sure there's somebody out there. Or maybe it's not. Maybe anybody can be touched. Who knows? We do live in their world at this point. Or our world. They just decided to fuck it up. So, what if, when they say they're going to get rid of 95% of us, they just meant they're just going to clone 95% of us, put us back on this earth, or put us back into society, I'm sorry, brainless, no memory, no good intentions, no nothing, just fucking wandering carelessly, and that's what it is. Think about that. I mean, that's some real shit. It just came to me, honestly, but who knows, man? Who knows? So, that's what I think, and I know a lot of people can say, well, they're using cigarettes to kill people. I know. I'm guilty. Yes, it bugs me. And I don't know. There's no excuse. No, there's not. But I've been through a lot, and one step at a time. But I'm getting off topic again. So, I don't even know. Done forgot what I was talking about. My mind's racing right now. I just woke up a couple hours ago and fucking mind's racing. But this shit's coming from somewhere, so I gotta get it out. But, there's also the reptilian aspect, where they drone you and they walk around your body. And the only way you can tell is by asking, I think, and looking at their eyes, and just, honestly, just fucking paying attention. And then I guess you have the ones that they have spiritual demons, or whatever you want to call them, inside them. And they're evil. They're mind controlled. I mean, there's 100 million aspects to this. It's not just, hey, we're all cloned and that's how it works. That's how they control us. No, they use TV, they use food, they use air, they use water, they use sex, they use feeling, emotion, all that. Even us to go against us. And people will defend it till the day that they die. But, Altered Carbon is the soft disclosure. And what I mean by soft disclosure, I mean they're not coming out saying, hey, this is what we're doing. No, they're giving it to you as a sci-fi film. And some of you will believe it, some of you won't. And it's a shame that all of you don't, because where are they getting this information from? How did they try to make up a TV show? Sit here for fucking 3 months if you want to, and try to make up a TV show that doesn't exist, about some technology that doesn't exist, and come up with all the scientific names and the factual scientific shit about it that doesn't exist, and see if you can come up with a story, you know? And I bet you can't, because what they're using is all from real factual evidence. But once again, nobody gets it. And it's frustrating, because I look like a fucking retard out here, and all my friends make fun of me, and my family doesn't really say much, but just certain like minuscule things. I mean, not minuscule, but just like not as deep, like the chemtrails or poison in our water, fluoride, blah blah blah. Just like the little things that are important, but they don't really mean shit. As far as, I mean, they do mean shit. I'm sound retarded when I say that, but y'all get what I'm saying. It's just, human cloning is a whole another piece of the pie, a big old piece of that pie too. But yeah, so I mean, we got humanoids, synthetic humanoids that are walking this earth. We've got drones, we've got soulless beings, we've got all these types of things that are are walking around and mimicking us and doing this and doing that. And then we also have these underground bases where it's all being done. Some of it's being done up on the outside of Earth, or the surface of Earth, I should say. But most of it's all underneath, miles and miles and miles deep underneath, where they use cloning, where they hide aliens. There's videos out there that can find that, and I advise you to go look at those. But yes, if it wasn't for Donald Marshall, none of this shit would be out there. And if it wasn't for Og Tellez, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing. So I definitely appreciate the both of you guys still doing it. Still strong. Still moving along. This is anything I can help with you guys, I could do my best. But I haven't talked to either one of you. Well, I talked to Augie a couple of days ago. But Donald, I haven't talked to you in a minute. But yeah, so everybody needs to start researching this shit, because, well, that and the people who are subscribing to my channel and do have experiences in this shit, please make a video if you haven't already, because we need to compile all of this shit together. And whether Pac lives, I'm not sure how to say your name, dude, but Pac sounds cool to me. Whether he puts them all together or if somebody else decides to compile them. Personally, I like the way my man does his videos, so it would be cool to see that. But we need to get everybody's shit compiled to make a documented movie about it. Who cares if it's 5 hours long or 10 hours long? Who gives a shit? I mean, and I guess you could do that, or break it up into hour videos or whatever, but who cares? It all needs to come out, and if it was 10 hours long, I'd sit there for 10 hours and watch it, because it needs to happen. People need to hear about this, and regardless if your body is telling you to turn it off and go do something fun or go do something, anything else but that, fucking force yourself to do it. Your body will eventually listen to you, because I have that shit all the time where I'll try to lay down and fall asleep, and you know, I get these constant itches all over me, and I believe that that is the nanotech shit, and I need to cleanse myself bad. But you just fight it and pretty much tell it who's boss, and then it disappears. But yeah, human cloning is fucking real. Y'all have got to get with it. Everybody start making your videos. Send them to fucking Pac. Connect with everybody. Contact people. Message people. Become friends with these people, because more than likely you probably met them before, just not here. And nobody ever thinks about that. But look at how many people we've met who we have never met before in real life. There's obviously some type of reason why we're all gathering together, and down to every individual person who decides to join on any given day. But yeah, let's get it together, guys, and let's make this shit happen, man. I am about to walk back inside where people are sleeping, so I'm gonna holla at y'all later. Y'all have a wonderful day, and I will make a video soon. Peace.